ready. I'm ready. Are you? I'm all ready. Guys, 30 plus 2 podcast right now.
Pacific Northwest Motocross, are you ready for the 30 plus 2 podcast with Gravy and Gate Drop? Let's go!
Hey, we back.
Welcome! It's the 30 plus 2 podcast special edition. As you can tell by a little Weston Fry there, it's Tuesday. What happened to Monday, Grayson?
I think we needed a change. You know, we couldn't compete with those pulp viewers, so you know we might need to take an extra day.
Did we get a cease and desist letter or something, or what?
No, it's time for a little change up for everybody.
Little change up. We spiked the audience because everyone was used to Monday, so now we got to rebuild, start all over.
No, I think we'll still be good. I think they'll follow us over.
Well, let's hope. I
Right?
barely did any advertising even today because I was working on Instagram Reels forever. But there's so much to unpack, and we have 6 viewers so far.
Ooh,
All
right. We're a minute in. That's good.
We're a minute in. It is the 30 plus 2 podcast, as you can tell in the top right corner. Grayson and I are back. I feel like it's been forever. I think it's only been like 2 weeks. So
two weeks. It's a long time though. Sometimes it feels like 2 weeks can last forever.
See, we failed. We should have done one last Monday because Pulp wasn't on, and then we could have been like, hey guys, we're moving to Tuesday. But, you know, regionals, Classic 7, round 3 and 4 happened right before regionals. You had Puro Airway. You had a whole list of things going on. So tonight, episode 18, tell your friends, join in right in the chat here so we can answer your silly messages or important ones or whatever you got on your mind. We have Alan J. Broullett, Moto Dad, one of my gate drop riders, coming on tonight to kind of recap Loretta Lynn's regional from a parent perspective. Has any other podcast done that yet?
Not that I know of. I don't think a lot of people want to talk with the amateurs from what I've heard on the old podcasts.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. I think this will be cool getting a perspective of the mini dad.
Well, that's where I'm all like, hey, how stressed out are you?
Right.
Are you eating Ritz crackers and like craft singles now that you spent all your funds in this race?
Top ramen for dinner for like the next
top ramen for the next few months.
Yep.
Did you sell the house? How are you feeling? Did you puke at any point during the weekend?
I could only imagine what it's like to have a child that's trying to get to the ranch, and it's insane. It looks insane.
Yeah, so AJ will be up in about 10 minutes, and he may or may not hop on the screen. If he does, cool. If not, I made this. Ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Let's see it. Hey,
Grayson's totally gone
I'm
now.
gone.
Ha ha.
Where'd I go?
I don't know. Well, I can't. Yeah.
Just put me down at the bottom. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, and you're still blocked, so we'll figure out this janky video show at some point.
Maybe someday.
How was your weekend?
Oh, this weekend was pretty nice. Took a nice relaxing weekend off for Memorial Day and hung out at home, did some chores. But last weekend I actually got out and raced myself down at Albany. Yeah, first time I've been on a bike since the Dream Race last year. So,
is there any video proof?
There's some photos that I got to get edited still, but no, really not a lot of video. There was nobody there. It was kind of a quiet day, which was kind of nice. We were done by like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So. For us 30 plus guys, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's kind of your local race series
Yep.
as of
It,
late.
it was the end of the Oregon State series, so the last few stragglers hanging on for those few points. But
Well, and then you had so many other events going on. You had
yep, there was a
Washougal, which
lot.
had the main crop of everyone. You had
Yep.
PRO over in Airway, which I don't know who was all there.
Right.
I know Jordan Ross went out there. I was at Washougal. I've declared residency at Washougal, so I should just build a shed at Washougal and just have my little mini house.
Just build like a nice little deck that you can pull the gate drop van up to, and it's like a mobile home type of thing. Yep.
All right. Anything else before we do a quick little recap of the Deegs?
No. I think we can jump back into the pro racing and see what we got going on.
Well, in the 450 class, Jet Lawrence with the number 1 Honda HRC rider is now 24-0, tied with James Stewart. Do we feel like he's going to pass that this coming weekend at Hangtown?
I think it's possible. I don't think he's going to go perfect, but I think he's going to get a couple more wins under his belt before somebody gets comfortable enough to race with him.
Well, what if he just goes 44 and all? 44 and 0.
That would be crazy, insane, and cool history to have, but also for the fan, it's probably not the funnest thing to watch. I honestly fell asleep on Saturday watching it. So
what if he just keeps winning and winning and winning, and then it's 2030 and Jet has everything and no one can stop him?
Nobody can right now. His brother can't even, and he's the next best thing right now, it seems like.
Supposedly
Hunter.
The setup was rough, and that's why they were that close.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I can't gauge this guy anymore.
You
He's
never
not
know.
like Carmichael or Stewart, where he wants to spank you by like 45 seconds, go get a cheeseburger at the snack shack, and then high five you as you come across the finish line.
He doesn't care. He'll beat you by an inch. He doesn't. He just conserves himself so well to be able to stay ahead of everybody.
He just plays those mental games, man. Where it's all like, you think you got me? It's like the State Farm commercial with the fisherman dude with the dollar. He's like,
oh, you almost had it there.
You got to be quicker than that.
But no, what was it? Nicoletti too, getting that awesome start though. That was cool seeing the old guy running up front for a little while, and it's kind of crazy to think this is his last season and he's doing that well right now.
Well, and then as typical Nicoletti fashion, he goes 9-9 for 10th overall.
Right.
It's bumped down a spot, even though he was Mr. Consistent. So
yeah, but still top 10 though.
These results suck.
Yeah, no. For a dude that's 35 now or something, 34. That's so cool to see. Like,
so
he's keeping us old guys, giving us a little bit of a hope.
I already retired, so I don't care anymore, even though I'm pushing 30.
You just rode a couple weeks ago, and you keep saying you're retiring. The
bike is sold. It is yes, it is going to Jeremy Munson, one of my gate drop riders. So
wow,
I'm gonna put a facelift on there. I'll do my sad posts probably at some point this week and be like,
I'm gonna say you should have put some breaking news filters over right now, because honestly, you've been saying you're retiring for the last couple years now, but you keep sneaking out there.
I don't think I have any breaking news things on here. No,
not yet. Maybe next time. Maybe when the official bill of sale is signed, we can put breaking news.
I can always go get another bike, but at this point right now, I'm focused on promoting and media and all that whatnot. Speaking of interesting and amazing video footage, especially from Paula, do you see Masterpool just get like bucked off that Kawasaki right with the engine case to the rear end? Talk about a ouchie.
We went for a ride. That was pretty crazy. But to see him just like walk away like that was insane.
Yeah, he probably walked away with his freaking tailbone in 4 pieces.
Right.
I don't think taking an engine case to the Tate is very fun.
No, it didn't look fun. That was a pretty nasty one. I thought for sure he wasn't gonna walk away, but he did.
I didn't look and see if he's got the full outdoors or not in the report because I haven't read anything since like second grade. So
I didn't see anything about how far it was, but I didn't do very
I'm
much
assuming it's a
digging.
little bit since he made that move over there. It's not just a 1 week. Hey, great job! You
Right.
destroyed the bike. Get out.
Well, and if you look, they had his jersey all sublimated and stuff. So this has been something they've been thinking about for a little bit. It seems like I don't think it's going to be a quick turnaround.
Maybe.
Usually, Phil and riders get the iron-on numbers, so he didn't have that this weekend.
Yeah. So Deegan and Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Should we talk about this now or later? We got about 5 minutes to hash it real quick, and I do have some recap stuff of Washougal that I want to play before we bring in AJ.
Let's go with your Washougal stuff because I feel like we could talk about the Deegan Kitchen thing for a little more than 5 minutes. He's tired of people talking crap or whatever you want to say.
See the Pitboard post from is either Vital
on Vital. Yep,
yeah,
Michael Lindsay.
Vital.
Yep.
All right. I just put some quick stuff together because I want you guys to watch the recap video that's going to be coming out eventually. I'm not going to say when.
Little teaser trailer.
I would say like this Friday, next Friday. I'll be like Travis Marks on Pulp. He'll like, yeah, the new app is coming out Friday.
It'll get there. You didn't say which Friday.
I put a teaser out there though on the Washougal page, so if you want to go see some cool Instagram reel stuff with monster athletes and all that, feel free. AJ Broullett going to be coming up here in just a moment. So here's a quick recap. Bradshaw, I'll give you a little insight here because I didn't voice over anything. So Bradshaw's the 22X, one of my gate drop riders. You'll see what happens. And then he punches his ticket into Loretta's. Henry Perkins punches his ticket. And we got some video footage of AJ's son, Hunter Broullett, in there. And then we have a whole bunch of other things. So here's a quick recap. Tell your friends to join. 11 viewers. Let's get it up to 20.
Picking up a win.
Woo! Good job, Henry!
Yeah! And a big shout out to all those vendors that stuck with us throughout the weekend and a big holiday weekend. And you spent most of it here trackside.
Yeah, scrub.
Hey.
And we got Big Al on. We're fixing the screen real quick.
What's up, everybody?
Well, that was your kid strutting around that corner, and I couldn't keep up with him with the camera, so that's kind of a problem there.
That's a good problem.
Yeah. How'd you feel off that start, Big Al? Getting a pretty decent start there, but like 42 riders going off on one gate. Were you pooping your pants at all for Hunter?
Yeah, completely. Like full poop pants. It was pretty anxious. that corner. He was one of the top 10 into the corner, but then the kids came around the outside and swooped it up. But it was something for sure.
Yeah, and as you could tell from our recap, a couple of the starts were really gnarly, especially the one dude like nailing the tree, and then Didier did a whole cartwheel, and someone launched their bike at Jackson Lane, which I did not have, but you sure have seen it on social media. Weirdest thing ever. Like, just Jackson Lane going around the corner, trying to avoid everything, and this bike just, like right into his face.
Yep. Yeah, it was an intense weekend, to say the least.
Yeah, so thank you for joining the Gravy 30+2 podcast with
Of course,
Gravy. How many times have you watched our podcast? It's hard to say 0.
Like 2 or 3 times, I'm gonna say.
All right, sweet.
Okay,
well,
that's good. That's good for me. I'll take it.
It's usually about dinner time around now, so
yeah,
I watch clips here and there, but I've watched a few full ones.
sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe we'll adjust time in the future. I don't know. We have a hard time, but we have 20 viewers. You are one popular Moto Dad, and you're the first Moto Dad on the 30+2 podcast. So you can tip your Mika Metals bar pad to that. So, Grayson, feel free to jump in at any point. I'll first off, AJ, how long have you and Hunter and your whole family been in moto?
Well, Hunter started riding dirt bikes at 2.5. I think he's when he got his first bike. He was a PW. Got his training wheels off right before he turned 3, and we just rode a bunch of trails. And I really wanted him to race his whole life, first 5 years, and then we met up with Jeff Hagan, and he sold us his first real race bike, a Cobra, like age 5.5, and then it was history. I think 6.
Nice. Just clacking away over there.
Yeah.
Multitasking. Did you ever think you'd be at Loretta Regionals at this point? Like, I don't know when the first time we even met. Was it like 2016? 17?
Yeah, one of the first photos you ever took of Hunter is still my main wallpaper on my iPhone.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
Jumping up, fast forward to now, you're at Washougal Regionals. You had to go through area qualifiers. Yep. As a Moto Dad, take us through a little bit of like how much prep you had to do going into, or not had to, but you guys did in order to get yourselves in a position. And then what were your goals for Washougal this weekend?
So the last 2 years, he qualified areas at Horn, and it was just not in the cards to go to regionals, especially at that Mutter 2 years ago, because I wasn't about to rebuild a bunch of bikes. But as far as prep goes, man, he trains a lot every week with Next Level, at least once a week during the summer, 3 times a week. He hits the gym a lot. The bike maintenance is just ridiculous. We all know that. Can't really attest to how much bike maintenance prep there is, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. I didn't really picture this whole dirt bike thing becoming a full-blown lifestyle, but as far as prep goes, yeah, just a lot of training. He's got himself on a strict regimen for like a diet and everything, and it's mostly him. I just try and keep his bikes going the best that I can, which is a struggle sometimes, but make it happen for sure.
How many top ends have you had to rebuild so far?
Right.
About once a month, at least 1 or 2.
Does he ride like Justin Barsha?
Tries to.
Every super mini kid and C-class rider likes to hold it wide open. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'd say about every 20 hours, 25, no more than 25 hours on the 85s for sure.
That's good though. You got to keep him nice and safe out there, and make sure he's got the best bike he can be on, especially at the level he's trying to get to.
Well, yeah. And Grayson, he's on a TM too.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. I wasn't sure if it was a TM when I saw some pictures, but what made you choose to go with the TM, and where are you getting your TMs from? You don't really see them anywhere anymore.
So we got offered like a little sponsorship. Bowman Nap on. He has some sweet TMs, and he just offered to let Hunter ride them and sponsor our whole shindig here. So yeah, I mean, I just went with it. They're great bikes, really fast, light, and agile, and Hunter really likes them. They rip for sure.
They've always had a good history with two strokes, and I've always liked them. They're always kind of different. So
yeah, it's really cool. Every time we go to the track, like, is that a TM?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I remember like the little pink 50s back when I was a kid. I always thought that was the coolest bike ever, but you couldn't find them anywhere.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I can't say is like there's only a couple dealers in the U.S. Back in 21, there was like a weird thing where TM pretty much just kind of left the U.S. and it's kind of parts now. But I mean, we're keeping them going so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only other people I know that ride TMs would be your teammates on the next level, Bowman, and then for a time our Albany locals, Porter Hare was on a TM. So we've seen it here and there throughout the Northwest, and I want to say it's just you and Bowman now holding the TM flag up for the Northwest, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I like them. They're fast.
So take us through all the stuff that gets you stressed out for a regional. What's the behind the scenes? I know Kiefer has kind of talked about cost of racing and whatnot. What's the insight of like all the stuff that went in? If you're willing to talk about anything like that like riders and parents that have never done an area qualifier or regional qualifier, like what do they need to do to prepare themselves?
I would say like a really big thing would definitely be confidence. Have the kid like have a bunch of confidence in himself, whether or not he's gonna make it. Like we went into regionals knowing he wasn't gonna make it. We just set a goal. But as far as preparation, just consistency, never stop riding, keep your kid's bike safe, especially like check your chains. I change chains every top ends, which is like every 20 hours. Yeah, just lots of consistency. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird road to even really talk about. I mean, when I went into regionals, we've been at Washougal every damn day for the last 2 months that we could be there. That they would let us ride, and it was all good. So I went there Classic 7, decided to leave my trailer so that I could snag a spot for everybody. So I show up Thursday, and nobody's there. That day sucked. It was boring as hell. The next day, Friday, we got shut down for practice. Everything was fine. And then I just wake up Saturday, and it was just this anxiety that I've never had before all day. Couldn't eat. I didn't know where it came from or why, but that's something that parents could definitely I would say just do your best to try and like keep that away from your kids.
Yeah, right. Ashley wrote in, being a moto parent is like being a broke college student all over again.
100%. Yeah. We don't know where the money comes from, but we make it happen.
Yeah, I know with some people they do like the whole, I know Timber McAuliffe, shout out to Timber, like there's a couple ways to sponsor riders and whatnot. They've done like firewood drawings and even like, sponsor spots on my bike. Have you ever thought about doing anything kind of like that, or if you just with your sponsors, they're really setting you up good for everything?
I've tried to keep all of our sponsorships really local, so all of our sponsorships are local, so anytime I really need any help, they help me out. I just reach out, and I try not to take any of that for granted or use it excessively, so they know when I'm reaching out, like I really need help.
Yeah,
so sponsor definitely something that you need on your side if you really want to pursue anything like this, or even just like race locally. It's so expensive now. Like you can't do it on duct tape stickers and and AM PM gas if you want to go for it.
Yeah. No. Well, only one rider, not duct tape, but we were pretty close. He was running on a pretty and this is not a dig at Skagit, but I'm giving him props here. Like that bike is not top notch, and he was grabbing starts and battling with the Cobra Elite rider Jaden Smart. So hats off to Skagit Williams with the flowing blonde hair in the 65 class. He punched 2 tickets to Loretta. So we're looking at most likely a fresh graphic kit, hopefully a fresh bike. We'll figure out something to get Skagit there. But yeah, a lot of work's been in, and I know talking to Dave, he was pacing around like an ape in the middle of the grass, just like stressed out as can be. And so was Marshall Perkins. Yeah, you talked about that stress there. When it came to the gate drop and during the moto, were you kind of pacing yourself, or did anything calm down, or how'd it go for you with Hunter out there?
As soon as I watched him twist that throttle and leave that gate, it was all gone. It was all gone, completely gone. It was in his hands, and I knew he was going to do the best that he could do. So it was just all gone. I don't know. And as soon as he left the track, like, it was all right back. I just want to see how he was going to react coming back to the pits, which all the motos except for one, he came back to the pits super stoked.
Yeah. Did you guys meet your goals? What were they for regionals for this year?
His goal was top 10. Ours was top 15 overall. So overall, he did 11th in the stock class and 14th in the mod class.
Nice. So he was pretty close to reaching his goals there.
Yeah.
And then as Jamie Concannon puts in there, most anxiety in the world. I mean, heck, you've seen how long the Concannons have been going at it. JJ punched a few tickets in, I believe, as well. So they're going back to the ranch and they're running B class. So they've been doing this for quite a while.
Yep. They're definitely one of our favorite families in the biz for sure.
So take us through just the other riders under your tent. Did you happen to be able to follow any of your riders like Badgley, Perkins? You had Hall. Did you watch any of those races when you guys were done?
I did here and there. I didn't watch all of the completion of all of them because I was kind of behind the scenes wallowing around in my anxiety and helping people put bikes together and my bikes and whatever. No excuses, but honestly, I know a couple of my Jake Hall had that exhaust issue.
Dude, that was loud.
That was loud. I didn't realize what happened until I saw his expansion chamber with a hole about that big in it. That was wild. No, everybody did as good as they could have done. I don't think anybody really expected that amount of intensity with all the out-of-state kids. But I think we all held our own. I mean, as good as we could, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely had, Ryder Ellis came through in the 85 on the Monster Cowie. He was definitely a front runner, and rightfully so, being a Team Green Monster athlete. At the top, had some competition here and there with Oliver Weitzel on the 81, if you saw his reel, and then also Jevin Didier, when he wasn't getting murdered in turn 2, he was up towards the front and he got a ticket as well. So tons of riders coming from all over the places, like Spokane Valley area. And then I believe Weitzel's are from California. So it was very mixed on the results. And then give it out to our next level gate drop rider, Henry Perkins, grabbing the championship in micro 4 to 6 limited, and then also getting a ticket in the PW class. I got him to say more than he roared for me.
There is one kid that we did miss this weekend. That was little Mr. Lincoln Brocker. I think he would have took one home.
Casey says they're from Montana for Didier's. Yeah, unfortunately for Brocker getting hurt the weekend prior. So, what's that?
Dad brought one home. He brought home a ticket. He got second.
Yeah, well, I guess if Lincoln was out injured, Danny was all like, well, I got to get a ticket one way or another.
Yeah.
So he grabs that. Your next level camp did really well. And then, just realistic expectations you guys set. I was trying to have Marshall Perkins on tonight as well, but he was a little too nervous for the camera. But that's all right.
Better be watching.
I see where Henry gets his nervousness from or whatever. Screwed with Marshall. He was definitely pacing around with me. I'm like the loud, like cheerleader, like you can do it. He's just like, I'm not cheering till the checkered flag's done, and he's crossed the line and has everything. He's like, I'm staying calm, cool, collected. So stress definitely is a moto parent thing. Have any gray hairs yet?
That's for sure. He's always working on those kids' bikes, making sure they're dialed, and he's got all their races and their race times written down on the whiteboards. And yeah, that whole entire crew is definitely making it happen for Hank and Lily both.
Yeah. Any other questions you have for AJ, or do you want to turn the tables on us and have any questions for us?
Dude, you put me on this. I don't have any good. I don't really have anything crazy.
Grayson, feel free to jump in. Do you have any Moto Dad questions? Because we're both not dads, so we don't know anything about stress and cleaning air filters and stuff. I mean, my dad still does my air filter.
Look,
I just buy a pre-oiled nowadays.
Those are easy,
right? But no, I had one. You ride for the next level training, the next level MX clinic.
Yep.
We had those guys on, a few weeks back. Super good guys. What was how did you make the decision to go train with them over other MX schools in the area?
We thought this question might come about 4 years ago, right when Trey graduated high school and moved down to California to train. Jason was kind of like, I don't know what to do with my hands. He randomly came to me and he's like, hey man, I know you know all the kids in the moto industry. Let's get some kids together down at Strickland's and see what we can do. And now here we are. That's kind of just how it happened.
That's awesome.
Family, and we just started this whole thing just from, hey, let's see what we can do.
Nice. That's cool. It's really cool. There's been a lot of schools popping up recently, and it seems like Next Level is one of the top tier guys to go ride for.
Yeah, it's definitely all organic. It's been a fun ride for sure.
Nice.
So with regionals all done now, this will be my wrap-up question. What are the goals for 2025? Are you going to adjust your expectations? Does 2025 start now for regionals and area and everything?
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say I'm not going to adjust my expectations because I am. We're going to definitely exceed top 10 next year. We're going to try and hit it. I think we were considering going down to Hangtown, but that's too quick. We can't make it happen. But yeah, we're going to hit it hard, and we're going to do more for next year. We want to succeed and at least get top 10, shoot for top 8.
Sweet.
Nice.
Any other events that you guys are going to do in 2024? Hopefully the Gate Job, the next Showdown 2.0.
All of them. I mean, all of them. I don't even know. I usually just rely on my wife to say, hey, what's going on this weekend? I'm so busy with bike maintenance and house and all that stuff. It's every weekend there's something going on. We were going to go to PRO this weekend, but that got rained out. Probably going to go to Hannigan, but I could almost guarantee you that's going to get rained out. So I don't know. It's just whatever's next. I'm assuming that if it's all going to be rained out this weekend, we're just going to head up to Brock and train. That's usually what we do if there's no events going on.
Nice. How's Moto Mom feeling?
I think she's in there painting Hunter's bedroom, actually.
Always working.
Well, I didn't want it green anymore, so now it's just going back to the old gray.
Well, that's great. All right. Well, that's a wrap on questions for me. Grayson, you got anything else? Any oddball questions you want to ask AJ? You're gonna like him once you get to know him, especially on the track.
No, what kind of vibes in the morning, like morning of race day, do you try to keep for the kids? Do you have music playing? Do you try to keep it calm? What is your vibes the morning of a race day? Maybe not just a regional one because that's a lot more stressful, but let's just say a regular Classic 7 race or something.
Get up, get that kid fed, and just get him jacked.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much. You just have to kind of look at him. And then he just starts screaming, we draw blood, and pounding his chest. Just happy vibes for sure.
Nice.
Train going, and yeah. keep him fed, keep him hydrated, keep gassing his bike, and just be excited and happy to be there.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Big Al. We're going to get more moto parents. You're going to have to like peer pressure some more people to jump on with us.
I'll do it. I'll do it every time. This is great.
Sounds like we need a Moto Mom episode. We're taking requests now. Which Moto Mom do we want to throw on here? We should do that on the Moto Mom pit bike race, like right after the weekend's done.
Instant interview.
Yep.
Yes.
I like it.
Sweet. Well, that's a wrap with our guest, Big Al. You want to thank any of your sponsors or have anyone follow you?
Yeah. Always trying to help. Next Level MX Clinics, Revneck Racing, Gate Drop Productions, The Diesel Doctor, Jason Bowman Snap-On, Fusion Graphics, PDR, Nana and Grandpa, Micah Metals, DT1, all of our supporters, and please follow Broullett 101 on Instagram.
Nice. Seems like you rent a dirt bike.
Right?
All right. Thanks for jumping on. We will see you at the next race.
Right on, brothers.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Later. All right. That is a wrap. Let's throw a quick free commercial for what's happening this week before we talk about Kitchen and Deegs. So stay tuned.
Let's go.
I win. I didn't make money. I got. The winner of the $415 pot, Josh Lee.
That's the sound of a nice cold Red Bull getting filled into the bottle. Sounds like Paul Lindsay would have said that. We're just ripping off Pulp MX here.
Nothing new.
Well, thank you, AJ Broullett, for coming on. Make sure to jump on and follow Broullett 101 on Instagram. That is Hunter's account. Hunter's probably ripping his Ciron in the backyard, so we'll get him on eventually. He's always a fun one to interview. And then, anything else local wise you want to chat before we talk about Deegs versus Kitchen and then getting speared by a track marker?
Right. No, I just want to shout out everybody that was able to get a ticket this weekend from the Northwest. It's always so cool to see the locals getting some success around here and proving that it doesn't just rain all year round and we can't ride in normal weather and stuff like that. So Kitchen's really proven the Northwest guys really actually have some talent too. So,
shout out JJ Concannon got one or two. I'm just sorry if I miswording on one. I know most of you riders gotten many, so I'm just gonna say one. And if you got more than that, you know what I mean. Ryder Riggert made it. He's got tickets.
Yep.
Mikey Pillars has tickets. Like I said, Skagit Williams, Henry Perkins. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I mean, Didier, he's the Washington, and then correction, Weitzel's from Montana, but we'll include him in the Pacific Northwest.
Close.
Jaden Smart from California.
Yep.
He was kind of, I wouldn't say a given, but he's been doing a whole bunch of work. If you watch Cam work, that account, they got some cool material coming out.
That guy's that Jaden Smart kid's something special right now. After watching him at Washougal the last couple years, I've seen him show up here and there for regionals and stuff like that, and then watching him do the World Supercross last year and hitting those triples and whatnot. That kid's got a bright future if he keeps going.
Oh yeah, I talked to his dad on Friday, and they're a really humble family and super grateful and laid back. I like that. They remind me of the Kitchen family. So.
That's
cool
awesome.
Kid, and he's not like some of the riders with egos and whatnot. He's there to race, have fun, doing bicycle jumps and all that stuff. Classic moto family right there. In our commercial this coming weekend is the Kano Dixon Memorial Pit Bike Race along with Bob and Linda's Memorial Race this weekend at Albany.
Yep.
I did not know anything about this because I'm not part of it anymore. It is what it is. I'm busy anyway, so I have a wedding to shoot. Rusty Gates and Bailey Tucker getting married on Saturday. But Ben filled me in. He says we're doing a fast pit bike race, big boy, that has money pot, winner take all. Your classes is farm bike class, shaft drive, PWs, and we're deciding on a couple classes we're going to post later this week, so just check out the pages. We're also doing a format change for fast pit bikes, so make sure to reach out to Johnny Boy Products. That's the original creator. When myself and Brad did the first Kano Dixon pit bike race, that was definitely a wild one in 2022. So
they get pretty those races get rowdy, but
I'm bummed I'm missing it.
I think Kano would have loved how rowdy these races get, though.
Yeah, so that's at Albany MX. You can check out more moto films as well on Instagram, and he can fill you in. But I'm going to leave everything else to them because I'm not involved with that. Yep. So, yeah, go to Albany if you want to race pit bikes June 1st, and then they have regular racing Saturday and Sunday. Did I cover everything for Albany?
I think so. I think you got it covered. Pretty simple weekend for the most part.
Yeah, my apologies if I miss anything on there. I don't run Northwest Motocross accounts, and they miss stuff too. No offense.
We're all human. There's so many tracks now and events that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, just check your local tracks you want to go to.
Yep.
Moto Pacific now has a Friday night race this coming Friday. PIR does not have any races this Thursday because NASCAR is in town, so don't show up to the gate with your bike. You're like, where's everybody at? So, yeah, I don't know. I might go to Moto Pacific and then blitz back down. Obviously, the wedding's not till like noon, so I can sleep in a little bit. So,
there you go.
For Moto Pacific, message me and I may come up. So yeah. All right. Deegan Kitchen. I want to jump into the first moto. Kitchen's out in front. Well, VL was out in front. Off-track excursion. We don't really need to get into that drama. It's been covered on Pulp and Review and Vital and Instagram and Telegram. But have you ever seen a track marker besides RJ Hampshire getting stabbed by one? You ever seen a track marker get inside a boot?
No. Nothing like that. And what's with Kitchen having these boot problems now, like within the last few weeks? There's something about them Fox boots. They're just having issues. Yeah, it did. Honestly, I don't think that track marker would have got stuck in there. There's a really good chance he would have held off Deegan, I think.
I think a rivalry is brewing. After that first moto interview with Deegan's like, oh, yeah, I knew Levi would fade. I'm like, damn.
Yep. He straight up called him out. He's like, I know him. I've ridden with him, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was harsh, but
that's just like when anyone tries to battle me on race dates that have been posted for a while. That just makes me want to work harder and promote harder. So I think Levi is going to be like, oh, okay, Hayden.
I think he'll bounce back so quick. He's not going to let Hayden get away with that. You know, they're buddies and everything because they were hanging out on Star for the last couple years. But
you say I fade? Well, I'm just gonna smoke you next weekend. So bold predictions. Jet Lawrence 1-1. Levi Kitchen, I want to say grabs at least one moto. So let's go 1-2. Vial is going to go 3-1, and Deegan will go 2.
Okay.
2-3 or 3-2. However you want to do it. I think Vial. I think those are the three.
I think so too, but I think for some reason after this weekend, Vial is going to come back with some lower confidence, and I don't think he's going to be up front. I think he's going to be a top fiver, not counting him out completely, but I don't think he's going to be running up front this next weekend. After the whole off-track excursion, he was a little further back compared to the other two. I don't know. I just feel like his confidence is going to be a little bit lower. But yeah. I think you got it pretty spot on with Kitchen with a 2-1 or something like that, probably. And I think probably Hayden somewhere around there with a 2-3 or, even like a 3-1 or something. I don't think he's going to sweep it though.
Yeah, 450s. I still think we're gonna go 24. Well, we're going 26-0. Jet's gonna take it. I want to say Sexton will be second. Hunter will be third. That will be my top 3. I'm gonna stamp it. Oh, did you know RM Fantasy has an outdoor fantasy?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I thought it was just Supercross.
I am today's years old.
No, I think you got that one spot on for next weekend in the 450s, though, for sure.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with that one. I can't even argue that at the moment, but I don't think Jet is going to go undefeated this year.
I wonder if Rusty would allow me to stream motocross during the wedding.
I feel like probably not a bad decision, but it might be a little awkward to ask.
No, so she's having her wedding at Washougal, and I'm like, so you're bringing your dirt bikes, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, what?
How are you not bringing them? What about that's a photo opportunity if she ever.
I want to see Wheelie Boy's white dress flowing in the wind like pelican, like like a peacock with the flying feathers in the back. Yeah, I want to see that all
coming down the ski jump or something in the wedding dress. That would be.
I want a fat whip. Yeah.
No, I think that'd be a good choice. Just it doesn't start till like 1. Just put it on mute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Right.
All right. That's a wrap. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. We did get up on the viewership, so obviously AJ Broullett brings all the viewers and us knuckleheads don't.
I think those moto dads and moto moms might bring in the most amount of viewers right now.
Yeah, we'll get more moto dads and moto moms and riders on here. So anything else? Did anything grind your gears? I'm down to 2 days a week, so nothing really grinds my gears anymore at the store.
No, nothing really. I finally have gotten to a point where I don't really have as much grinding my gear since I've gotten out of retail. So nowadays it's just driving. I do a lot of driving and delivering and stuff for work. So just like driving to the middle of nowhere for 6 hours straight, and there's a lot of really bad drivers out there, but we won't. That's a long rabbit's hole we could get lost.
Should we just have like a GoPro recap where we just throw GoPros in the dash and be like, check out the traffic of the week.
I've almost thought about it, setting up my phone and recording the stupidity and doing something with it, starting a TikTok for it or something.
I love when I'm like in the sprinter at the stoplight and I look to my right or my left and they're like on their phone and then like the light goes green and I like hit the horn real quick and they're like, oh!
Just when people are driving down the freeway, just staring at their phone the whole way. That part blows my mind.
Well, I had this. Oh, there's my dog. UPS driver just went by.
Oh no!
I had this all set up for AJ, but then he put his majestic face on the screen. But yeah, I made this all for nothing.
Hey, you were prepared. You never know.
We were prepared.
You never know who's going to want to actually jump on and see their beautiful face on our amazing podcast.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of comments, so
no.
If you guys like the format, you always want to chime in. I believe we're gonna move to Tuesdays as my dog goes ballistic over the UPS man. Hey, quiet. Good boy.
Oh wow. Oh no.
We'll go strangle him. Yeah, we're gonna move to Tuesdays. 6:30. So yeah, we'll just keep on going on.
And remember too, if you can't watch on Tuesdays, watch the replay on YouTube.
You can watch the replay.
You can always watch the replay
and on Facebook. So as my dog tries to, murder a pillow upstairs now, I believe that is a wrap. Don't forget, don't put your races on top. September 13th through 15th. Gate Drop Showdown 2.0, JMC Motorsports title sponsor, Meitzel Drywall, as our presenting. If you want to be a sponsor as well, go to Gate Drop Productions and message me and click on Gate Drop Showdown on my website. We're going to end it with that. Grayson, I will see you next Tuesday.
Later. Good seeing you.
Biggest what? Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing that they did in the studio. Usually send they verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you really rooting for? Like a kid that had bad from January to November. It's just too cold.